Relationships aren't as wonderful as you think. And with the current climate and state of relationships in this time, I have the obligation to give you the unfiltered truth about relationships. In a relationship, no matter how close you are, there will always be a dynamic between the both of you. Whether it's in the family status, wealth, social status, there will always be a major difference between the both of your character. There are also relationships that are based off the situations that they are in. In these situations, no matter how you look at it, it's pretty clear that having a partner can always be perfect. You can never aim for perfection, including looks. You can never change it. Personality, you can never change them. Emotions can't last forever. Sure, it can be reinstated, but it is only temporary. There are other things in life that coincide with your relationship, and these things will make or break or change your perspective on relationships. Let's say right now you are trying to perfect your craft in sculpting or drawing. You have a goal to be one of the greatest illustrator or sculptor in the world. Yet your partner doesn't want that. She doesn't want anything ambitious. Her goals aren't anything to be admired nor wrong in any sorts. She simply wants to live a mundane life, rather than living in your dreams of ambition and passion. But of course, the contradiction is clear before you can say anything. And there are two scenarios that will happen if we were to discuss about it. First is that she will try and make it work with balance. Or second, your ambitions will get turned down immediately. Everyone will react differently with this. But there is one thing for certain. If neither of you try to make it work and give full support, your relationship will fall apart pretty easily. As it is with life, things don't ever go your way. But as humans, we have to adapt to certain situations. This is especially if you really want to stay with this person for the rest of your life. As with people that have goals and dreams, they too have ideals and principles they follow to keep in track and focus with their dreams. These ideals are essential in a person, as they can allow for natural growth of a person. Once you stick to an ideal and principle, it is near impossible to change them. And as such, having a partner that has strikingly different ideals and visions could be detrimental to the relationship, as fights and arguments could occur a lot more. This is a whole different aspect compared to life goals. Because with goals, you can adapt your lifestyle to your partner or the latter to better fit your relationship. Ideals and principles, however, are grown and nurtured when they were young, whether they got it from their parents, friends, or media. These things are hard to adapt and fit to each other's lives, especially if they're close-minded. I'm sure that all of you know about boundaries by now, but there is one thing we forgot to tell you about boundaries, and that is boundaries that are selfish and only benefit the one who instilled this boundary to you. It might even be like a wall rather than a simple chalk line on the floor. It can create a manipulative aspect in the relationship, which could develop into more toxic aspects later in the relationship. While boundaries are supposed to be set with respect, compromise is something that should be more common in nowadays dating world. Because with compromise, the relationship becomes an even playing field. No one's boundaries is bested to each other, and both can live peacefully with one another. Compromise can also be a replacement to boundaries, as it is easier to discuss rather than you or your partner fighting over which boundaries are more important than the other. Relationships aren't just sunshine and rainbows. You need to understand that your partner is of their own person, and there will be things that you won't always agree with your partner, which is okay. But if they behave too negatively to your traits and character, and instill a deep negative personality within themselves, take a step back and find a partner worthy of your love.